Hi guys, thanks for showing up tonight, doing some homework with me. Okay, let's have you Gemara. I'd like you to get to Daf Kuf Bet on the bet, and I'd like you to look at the last two lines of the Gemara with the two dots, and it says Gufa. Gufa, we return to the original topic. Yom Tov shechalios achar Shabbos. When Yom Tov falls out after Shabbos, Rav Oma Yakneh, v'Shmuel Omer Yinhak. So if you take out your notes, or if not, please write down those opinions in front of you right now and take a moment and pause me. Okay. So the question is, and I told you just focus on the following. Why is Kiddush before Havdalah, according to Rav in his order, and why, according to Shmuel, in his order of Kiddush, he puts Havdalah before Kiddush? Look at the Rashbam, that's the left side of your page, all the way on the left side and the bottom, and you count 15 lines up from the bottom of the Rashbam, and you should find the last three words in bold. In my Gemara it's bolded, Rav Amar Yakneh. Once you find the place, let's begin. Rav Amar Yakneh. Samach Lamed stands for Svira Lei, which means his logic is Kedushat Hayom Adifa Me Havdalah, that making Kiddush is greater than Havdalah. And one of the reasons that we talked about in class today was that a Jew is always supposed to go up in holiness, and therefore bringing in the Kedusha of Yom Tov is greater than sending off the Kedusha of Shabbos. So that's one possible reason. That's Rav's first, again, this is Rashbam's first attempt at trying to understand Rav. The second possibility to explain Rav, the Rashbam continues. Inami, or also, Techi Mavdil Bereisha, Mechse Dehava Aleha Kedushat Hayom Kemisui. If Havdalah is said first, Mechse, it appears that Kedushat Hayom, that Shabbos, appears like a burden. Meaning, in simple language, if Rav would make Havdalah before Kiddush, it would appear to people that Rav is looking to get rid of Shabbos. And therefore, by keeping Havdalah at the end of the order, he demonstrates that he wants to hold on to Shabbos as long as possible. Okay. If you're not sure about what I've said so far, please pause it and go back to the beginning of the video. We're going to continue. And now the Rashbam continues and tries to finish explaining Rav's order of Yakneh. We pick up the word ulefikach, therefore. Yayin kodem lekiddush, wine comes before the kiddush, kebeis Hillel, like the opinion of Beit Hillel. And you look in the parentheses, it says his opinion can be found in Brachot, Daf Nun Aleph, Amid Bet. Tadir v'she'eino tadir, todir kodem. The mitzvah that happens more often goes first. We explain tadir v'she'eino tadir, todir kodem is that when we have two mitzvot at the same time, we give preference to the mitzvah that happens more often. And the Rashbam continues. Ta'acha ha-kiddush, and after he makes kiddush, ner v'havdalah, Kishar Motzei Shabbatot. Just like we do it every Motzei Shabbat, Ner Kodem LaHavdalah. The Ner always comes before Havdalah. So, Yakna, Yayin is Tadir, Kiddush, because we say that it's better to bring in Kedusha than to send away Kedusha. Ner Havdalah is the Seder Ragil, that's the normal way we do things. Now let's go to Shmuel in the Rashbam. The Rashbam tries to explain Shmuel, and we continue in the Rashbam. V'Shmuel Omar Yinhak. Shmuel, Svirale, now it's not abbreviated, but you can see it written out. Shmuel's possible reasoning, Havdalah Kodem LeKiddush, that Havdalah comes before Kiddush, Kedemefarish Taima Lekamei, as it explained later on in the Gemara. What does the Gemara say? Mashal de Rabbi Yeshua ben Chananya. Rabbi Yeshua ben Chananya gives an example. Lama hadava domer. To what is this compared? what is making Havdalah before Kiddush compared to? Lemelech shiyotzei africhus nichnas. When the melech leaves and the africhus enters. An africhus is like a minister, not as important as a king. Melavin, and the Rashbam continues, Melavin es hamelech hashabbat. We escort, Melavin, we escort the king, which is the Shabbat, lahavdil, with Havdalah. The achakach, and after that, Yotziin likrot africhus, we go out and we greet the minister, likrot Yom Tov likacho, and we go out to pay tribute to Yom Tov with Kiddush. So simply put, if you have an important guest like a king at your house, it wouldn't be respectful to go answer the door and leave the king alone just to answer the door, especially even for an africhus. So we say goodbye to Shabbos, which in this case is the Melech, and after we say goodbye to the Melech, then we have time to focus and give kavod to the africhus, which is Yom Tov, and that's what we make Kiddush first. So according to Shmuel, Yain comes first because of Tadir v'she'eni Tadir. Havdalah, because we want to say goodbye to the Melech. And then we make, I'm sorry, I have to go back, I made a mistake. Shmuel says Yinhak Yain because of Tadir. Ner Havdalah, Seder Ragil. And Havdalah comes before Kiddush because we take care of Melech, and then we say goodbye to the Africhus. So now maybe you could say to me, Rabbi Dreilach, what about the Mechsalek Misoy? If I do Havdalah first, doesn't it appear like a burden? Why doesn't Shmuel fall like Rav? And the answer is he doesn't. But again, it's really the Rashbam who's trying to understand their reasoning. Okay? Remember, the Rashbam lived many, many years later than Rav and Shmuel. Remember, Rav and Shmuel were the first Amoraim. Okay, this is the Gemara. Make sure you know it. Go over it. Go over the Rashbam. Go over the Rashbam. Go over the Rashbam. Did I just say go over the Rashbam? Go over the Rashbam. Tomorrow you'll have several questions on that. I've written up some of the questions ahead of time. But I'd like you to try tomorrow. You'll have your word test. And after you do your word test, you'll try to answer those questions. Lots of luck. And don't forget to daven Mariv tonight. And don't forget to say Yalav Yovu because it's Rosh Chodesh Iyar. Okay, good night.